Y'all ever notice how sometimes we call ourselves burned out and then one day it hits you? You're not even really burned out if you're honest with yourself. When you really get down to the truth of it, you've literally simply been tolerating things that don't even feel good anymore. Your psyche knows it, your soul knows it, your spirit knows it, your body knows it. Everything has accepted this truth except for you. And because you're fighting it, it literally drains you. Yeah, let's talk about that. One of the biggest things that I have learned in my own journey of healing, self-awareness, reflection, all that stuff, all that jazz, is that I recalibrate really quickly and my energy resets exceptionally fast when I stop lying to myself. I mean, let's just, okay, stripping all the BS away, let's be honest. Most, if not every person that I've ever met has at some point had the recognition that they were not being honest about something in their life. And I'm willing to bet that you listening to this right now can say the same thing. Whether it was about your religious path, your faith walk, your family, your culture and your community, your culture at work, your nationality, your ancestral roots, your money mindset, your relationship drama, whatever it is and whoever it involved. There's a point that you started to recognize when you got honest with yourself that things changed rapidly. They got better. You felt better. And yeah, though sometimes that meant that certain people had to exit your life or certain situations had to come to an end, it always ended up leading you honestly to something that was even better for you. Now, the caveat to that is, yeah, sometimes it got worse before it got better. We've all been there too. You burn everything to the ground and you think, aha, I got it. And you're ready, baby. You about to do that Rocky dance at the top of those stairs in that movie Rocky 4 or whatever one it was. Don't quote me because I might be lying. I might be wrong. Anyway, y'all know what I'm saying. And then you feel like you got gut punched because everything that you expected kind of fell flat. Things got worse. Maybe people turned on you. Relationships ended. Something that you bet on and knew in your gut was supposed to work out didn't work out that way or didn't work out in that moment. Fast forward maybe a day, a week, maybe even months. It all circled back around and came to exactly where you needed it to be for your best benefit, right? That's really what I'm talking about. So I know we throw the word burnout out there a lot. I know we talk about exhaustion, especially in today's times. We talk about feeling overwhelmed or disconnected, and all of that is valid because it is very real feelings that we're all experiencing, very real emotions, very real circumstances and situations that's happening. But at the end of the day, I still believe you have power. I still believe that no matter what it looks like around you, no matter who says otherwise, there is a power that exists within you that gives you the ability to change that, right? There is a that exists within you that allows you to hit the reset button, if you will. Imagine that you've got an internal reset button that we all do. That power exists within you to help you to tune in to exactly where you need to reset. Thing is, sometimes I think that button hides itself. I think it hides because we're not being honest. Because if we hit it the moment that we are experiencing the turmoil, the angry, the upset, the shame, the rejection, the guilt, the letdown, the whatever, the discontentment, if we hit it at that moment, not being truthful with ourselves, we're liable to just keep beating the shit out of the button and replaying the same moment over and over and over. Y'all have seen those scary movies where they literally keep waking up in the same nightmare every day, like they're getting murdered every day, or they're seeing the guy that they love or the woman they love marry somebody else, or some random craziness that keeps repeating until they figure out what the lesson is that they have to learn, right? Or the truth of the thing that they have to get to. Well, same thing here. I think that when you become honest with yourself about what you're ignoring, what you really need, what you really desire, the reset button emerges, not magically. It just reveals itself because you're ready. And when you press it not from a place of desperation, but from a place of honesty. You press it from a place of, this is who I am. Not hoping, wishing, praying, or questioning, but accepting and acknowledging, owning, this is who I am. Not the outdated version of me, not the expectations that everybody else said, not the things that I told myself to lie to myself and keep myself in complacency to go along to get along, but this is who I am. When we hit the reset button in that moment, it allows us to get back in tune. It allows us to get back into time, into reality, not locked into the linear of time, the 12-hour clock, the 24-hour clock, nothing like that, but truly tapped and tuned into the bigness of your higher self, your spirit, your essence, your being, divinity, right? And I know that's not going to make sense for some of y'all, and that's okay. I know that some of y'all in my audience are like, what the fuck is she talking about? And then there are others of you that just are rocking with me. Y'all got it. Let's keep going, okay? With that being said, my challenge for you today is, where do you need to get honest with yourself? Are you really burned out from that job, from your kids? Do you need a vacation? Is that relationship taking a toll on you? Is school just frying your brain and you need to take a sabbatical? Do you need to shift up your day-to-day routine and do something different to care for yourself a little differently? Are you being honest with yourself? And if not, where's the lie? Maybe that's the question you got to ask yourself today. Where's the lie? Where am I lying to myself? How am I lying to myself? Who am I allowing to lie to me to keep me stuck in something that doesn't make sense anymore? I triple double dog dare you to ask yourself that question. Isn't that what we used to say when we were kids? I triple double dog dare ya. I bet you won't do it. Right? We used to goad each other into doing daredevil craziness. Well, be the daredevil for yourself now. And figure out where the lie is that's holding you to that place of exhaustion. That's holding you to a fire that's burning you instead of healing you. That's holding you to a fire that's melting you instead of cleansing you. Y'all know I love fire. And fire can be dangerous, but fire is also powerful and healthy and natural. And so that's what I want you to look at. Not for me. I'm just a person that you're listening to in the moment. But you got to be willing to do it for yourself. You've got to be willing to ask yourself the uncomfortable questions and face whatever it is that's vying for your attention so that you can feel better. Because it's kind of like this. If you continue to say, I'm burned out, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, that continues to become the state that you exist in. Your state of consciousness, your state of being, your state of reality, your mindset, your mind state. I don't care what you call it. But when you begin to recognize that it can change and it doesn't have to take a long time. Now, I know that there are those that are going to argue with me. Argue with your mama. I don't want to argue with you today. But for those of you that get what I'm saying, where's the lie? And what is the truth that you're ready to embrace for yourself to become the version of you that has been screaming inside to come out? That's it. Now, with that being said, I love y'all. Thank you as always for being a part of my online space. And if you're ready to go deeper, I got you. It's time for you to join us in the Soul-Nourishing Mentorship. If you got questions, check the details in the info below the video. Let's talk. 2026 has already been an amazing year, and it gets to continue to be better. In spite of whatever may be going on outside, you still get to thrive. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.